Well, good evening. Welcome to Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre. We are here in the Encore Lounge with three of the cast of the Rocky Horror Show. Hello!
Hello!
And we've had lots of questions in for you, so we will work our way through those. We'll be taking questions as they go along, because this is a Facebook Live. You can talk to us. We'll look forward to hearing from you there. And we've got a little task for you to do as well.
Oh dear.
Okay, right. So does this all sound all right?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah, it's all good.
Okay, introductions to begin with then. We'll just quickly run down who we have here. We'll talk individually about your characters in a second, but we have James, who is Brad.
Yep.
We have Stephen, who is Frankenfurter.
That's right.
And then we have Christian, who is Riffraff.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll work our way again down the line. So as far as being Brad goes,
yes.
Now, you're the one who looks most like your character now.
Sure.
I think we can bring in a picture of you in character. I'm hoping that's going to pop up on the screen any second. But you get the most sensible look, but still are with everybody else in the amount of fun you have, because the show is sexy, it's sassy, it's funny, yeah. And I mean that's just your spectacles in their own way, isn't it?
Sure.
So there's a lot going on. So what does it take to become Brad? And one of the questions you have through is, at which point when you're getting ready do you feel you're in character? So how does that work for you?
To be honest with you, the glasses are my entire character. Mm-hmm. I don't really have any other process other than I put those glasses on and he becomes a bit of a dork. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I probably have one of the nicest times to get ready, because I just whack a little bit of makeup on and put a suit on.
To be fair though, you majority of the time, and especially in the first half, you're naked.
Oh, I'm quite naked as well. That's true. That's true.
And
there's your underwear.
I forget that bit.
And in the latter part of the show, there is an amazing look that you have. I think we can see that one as well, whereby you are in a basque and with a feather boa. Now, a lot of the rest of the cast are. I don't think there's any spoilers. I think we know pretty much enough about the show that most people have an idea what's actually going to happen.
Yep.
So we can share that. But obviously, it's all part of the look. And is it fun?
It's genuinely so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had to in a job put on a pair of heels or a basque or a corset, and yeah, you do that first kind of fitting and you go, what am I doing? What is this really my career? Is this what I trained for? And then once you get on the stage, it's just so much fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you kind of, it's so far removed from what your day-to-day normal life is. You can't help but be immersed in that character and have a bit of fun.
It's all a bit of magic.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's move on to Stephen then, because again, our question is, at what point do you feel you become Frankenfurter? Because again, this is a bit of a transformation, and I think you're probably one of the butcher Frankenfurters we've seen as well, because you've got a bit of a rugged look about you, which carries on into the role, but still just as sexy and sassy as you need to be.
Right. Well, the thing is when I approached the role, I tried to do it my own way. Mm-hmm. I think that's how they wanted every single Frank that's done it to put their own flavour onto it.
Yeah.
But I must admit, when I first started it, I felt like a bit in a bubble. You know, I looked at myself in the mirror going, "Where's Stephen gone?" Do you know what I mean? I've never put on a wig. I've never put on, 4-inch, 5-inch stiletto heels on. And also
you say.
Yeah,
that's the story.
Well, yeah, because we know what you look like in character. Can we share the image of the upper body? I think will give the a flavour of it.
Right.
And so you've got a massively different look.
Yeah.
And the tattoo on your arm there.
Yeah, the tattoo. Yeah. So I have this applied every day. However, it is really hard to get off because I sweat a lot. It's made from alcohol, so I have to put alcohol on it again. So I'd rather just leave it on during the majority of the week, and then I scrub it off afterwards on the weekends. So
we've seen the top half, but I think another big part of your performance is what's happening in the legs department, shall we say? And
well, the thing is, I asked Chris. I said, "Shall I shave my legs?" He went, "No. Don't shave your legs." He said, because I have got quite naturally hairy legs. If you come and see it, they're quite fairy.
The front row gets a full face full of fur.
They went, "No, you're a bloke who likes putting on women's clothing, and that's how you're not a drag queen. You're a transvestite." So that's how that's why I play him. That is a man that you can take him either way, but he's a guy that's just comfortable in his own skin. He loves dressing up in women's clothing.
All sounds good. Right, Dulcie Harrison, her question again, this time to Christian, aka Riffraff. What point do you become Riffraff? Because there's a bit of a difference now to how you look when you are on stage.
For me, I have to look in the mirror and see a different character. I have to look in the mirror and not see myself. So for me, it is all in the makeup, and of course, you know, there is a hump sewn into the costume, so I do play Hunchback. So yeah, but for me, the look of it really helps, and I don't really want to look in the mirror and be myself and then go out and be a hunchback. It just doesn't quite work for me. So yeah, I have to look in the mirror and see that.
Well, it is a magical transformation for all of you. I mean, even you looking geeky, you're not geeky at all, really, are you, in real life?
Oh, I don't know.
I think
Okay,
so.
maybe it is.
Bit of a dork, if I'm honest.
Okay.
We all are.
But, I mean, how long have you been with the show? Because it is the 2019 part of the world tour.
Yes. So I actually joined in May.
Mhm.
So I did.
Yeah.
I've just sort of done 6-7 months
Yeah.
of the tour. There was a guy called Ben Adams doing the one for me. So I'm the newbie in the cast,
You
pretty
are?
much.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys have been going since November.
Well, yeah, like I opened the tour with these guys, and also I share it with another actor called Duncan James,
Yep.
who's from the boy band Blue.
It depends on who's available and how you work your schedules out.
We
sharing it
share
off.
it at different venues, and so I get a bit of time off, and then I come back. So it's been great for me because I come back, do a few weeks,
Yeah.
then a few weeks off, and then I come back. So it's been good. It's
That's
been really good.
Christian?
I've been doing it since I was born.
Yeah, this is pretty much the case, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. I've played the character more than anyone in the show's history at the moment. So that's about 1,600 performances or something like that. Which is
But
quite a lot.
this is one of those shows that's never going to get boring, is it?
Well, the audience makes it really exciting for us,
Yeah,
and the
it
audience
does.
makes it different from any other show,
Yeah.
which means that, you know, there's always something new out there. They always call out something new, and for me, the audience is like a different character. It's like a character that's very unpredictable, and you never know what they're going to say
But
or do.
but there is kind of an audience script. There's
There is.
things which have to happen, and there were plenty of people who were both dressed up and calling out the right things at the right time. And so but these things evolve. I'd never heard the word IKEA shouted out until this performance that I came to on Monday this week. But is there anything that really shocks you? Because mostly you get away with it. It's the narrator who has to deal with all of this.
Yeah. To be fair, I think when we were rehearsing, we did have, as you say, the script. You know, because the audience are kind of like the third role in it, you know. And
It doesn't work without them.
no, it doesn't.
You look daft
it doesn't.
dressed like that and not having an audience to-
Exactly, and it's evolved, and but now and again you do get. I can't say it now.
No, definitely not.
But sometimes they do catch you out, and there can be obscene, you know, rude comments, and you just it catches you off guard, and you can't stop, but keep going. Can't even speak.
Can't help
stop
but-
laughing.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
But again, it's not pantomime, but it's as close as anything's going to get to pantomime. That's a
Yeah,
proper
rude one.
stage. Yeah, quite rude.
For me, it's always just it's the truest version of live theatre I've ever done, because it is so unpredictable. Like you can do sort of runs in the West End which have been going for years and years and years, but that show's pretty much the same every single night. You stand on 7, you're singing a line at a certain point, and it happens at the same time. With an audience, this is the most live, terrifying theatre that I've ever done. But it does give it an energy that is not like any other.
Yeah, an amazing show, which in itself, and I think we've got to say, great cast. The narrator, Philip Franks, in this
He's
case,
brilliant.
isn't he amazing?
He is amazing.
And even if you'll know the name, but if you don't know the face that goes with the name, as soon as you see him, you will know exactly who he is.
Yeah.
Proper veteran of so many TV shows, a great stage actor as well. But doesn't he carry it off well? The gravitas.
Yeah, he is amazing, and he's one of them actors that he changes it pretty much every day. So if you come see it, if you come see it a couple of times, you will get a different performance from him. And he's phenomenal.
Philip's actually more so than the audience is the one that catches me. There's sort of a point in Act 2 just before Brad's supposed to sing a little song, and he will say a different thing every day, and the number of times that I'm supposed to be there, frozen in a spotlight, and he just gets me, and I cannot control it. And the audience do enjoy that, because to actually see someone genuinely laughing on stage at the right point at the right time is the best feeling. But he can get me. He's the one person in the world. I don't tend to corpse too much, but he's the one person in the world that can go, and he can get you like that.
But this is a show where you can do that, and it'll just be part of the fun and the magic. And it even feels like the ad-libs are actually ad-libs, because sometimes in shows you feel they're a little bit scripted.
Yeah.
But this one,
No, it is.
you are really winging it, which is good. Right, questions are coming through. Let's see what we've got here. James, do you like playing the role of Brad? I mean, you must love playing the role
love
of
it.
Brad.
Love
Yeah.
it.
So
Yes.
Donna, thank you for that one. Christian, we've touched on the fact it's still fun playing the role of Riff Raff, and there's a few other bits and pieces coming through. He says, what have we got over here? Oh, that's Dulcie. We've done Dulcie. Thank you for that one. A few shout-outs as well, because we've got a few people popping up. Steph Garbett came to watch the show Monday night. Absolutely amazing. Can't wait to see it again. Donna Collins, it'll be a 75th live show.
Wow.
So when she comes on Saturday, so
good.
that's a good one. That's a nice milestone. Claire Kimberley says hi. Hi,
Hello.
Claire. So right, we've got the rest of the cast there. Now we've touched on the fact Phil's there. He's doing his bit, but Callum as Rocky. Now, you get to wear very little at some points in the show.
True.
He spends his entire time in just a pair of pants.
But doesn't he look good, though?
And annoyingly so.
Yeah.
But it must be weird. Any job where you have to come to work with you playing with his nipples every single night.
He loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it. He tries to not like it, but he does enjoy it.
Yeah. And with an audience watching as well, I'm sure that adds to the fun.
Yeah. And sometimes he's like, that was nearly turned me on.
Well, it's the lights, the grease paint, it can all make a difference, can't it?
Yeah.
But are there any moments in the show that you have as a favourite? Obviously, it's a brilliant show, and it's good fun to be part of. But is there a bit which really stands out for any of you? To start the other end, Christian.
For me, well, there are so many great bits in the show. For me, it's sort of the music that gets me going. I have to kind of say the time warp, because when I'm doing the time warp is in people's consciousness. It's like, they've known it since they were children. Everybody's been dancing it at every school, disco, wedding, nightclub their entire lives. So, when I'm singing that song and I look out into the audience and I can see everybody standing up and dancing away, then, it's pretty amazing to have, crowds of thousands standing on their feet doing that and know it. They all know it intrinsically. They all know it so well. So it has to be that for me.
Okay. Stephen?
Well, for me, it's got to be Sweet Transvestite.
A signature number.
Yeah, it's when he comes out and he's in the cloak, and then he reveals himself in the corset and the tights and everything.
But there's anticipation for every audience to see that, because each tour it'll be slightly different, and we don't know what you're going to look like in that outfit until you do that. Yeah,
and each individual Frank has been slightly different, what they wear, and I can't help but feel like a bit of a rock star, especially, and they all shout and whoop and everything. And there's also the floor show, which you guys are in, which is a really glam rock beat to it. It's quite a dirty rock song, which is one of my other favourites of the show.
Okay. So you enjoy that bit, even though everyone gets to share in the glory in that one.
Yeah.
James.
Mine's actually a very non-showbiz moment of the show.
Yeah.
And it's no one wants to hear about an actor's process or an actor's, but it's all a bit boring. But sort of for Brad's journey, he kind of starts the show and he doesn't particularly like or doesn't understand the Frankenfurter in this world and is sort of a bit offended by it. And then he goes through and he tastes all these new different things. And it's actually when a point in Act 2 when Brad goes to shake Frankenfurter's hand, because he suddenly understands the whole world and loses the kind of judgment. Well, this is the way that and it's sort of, it's my favourite arc moment of the show, and that's one of my favourite bits to play, because I'm like, this is the moment where Brad understands it all. And that happens. Right, let's see what else we've got coming in on Facebook. Kat Perry says Callum is great. Hey James from Captain Sarah. Hello.
And we've got Claudia, who's can't get to the show because she's living too far away, but enjoying seeing you on Facebook Live, which is good. Now, in the show, obviously, it centres around Rocky and the magical moment at which he is created. So we thought we'd give you a bit of a challenge. It's now your turn to make a man with blonde hair and a tan. Because under these little bits of napkin here, we've got 3 Rocky manufacturing kits. And what we're going to give you is around a minute and a half, something like that, each of you, out of marzipan. I did tweet at you earlier to make sure you weren't, nobody got nut allergies. But you've got about a minute and a half to create your Rocky. Now you've got something that looks a bit blonde, can be use of shoes, gold lame pants, and you can produce the whole thing. Now, we don't want anyone looking quite like Morph, and we want to keep it clean, so if you're doing anything anatomically correct, make sure it's facing away from the camera. But let's test the boys' skills. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1.
Right.
Oh, it's quite hard.
It's marzipan, so it
Are we allowed to eat this?
you can eat it afterwards,
Oh,
yes.
right, okay.
We made sure they got clean hands to begin with.
Yeah.
So we lost a bit there. Stephen's having a few problems here. I think we may be cutting out a head. You can of course use it like modelling clay if you want to, rather than just carving. That's a possibility. It's good looking good for Christian down there. He's got something that's sort of kind of semi-human shaped.
Oh, you're cheating, Christians.
What, by doing it well? How long have we got?
You've got about another minute or so left, I would say.
We can do that.
I tell you what, I'm the judge. I can give you extra time if we feel we need it towards the end. But you see Callum on stage just rock each night, so you've got something to work with, and hopefully you won't be offended by whatever it is you produce at the end of all of this.
Oh, you'll love it.
Go.
It's coming together. It's starting to look a little bit more like a person in the case of what we've got James doing over here. We've got about 40 seconds left, I reckon.
Right.
Are we getting abs? There's abs going in there. That's going to do the job. Time for the underwear from James's production. Stephen, the blonde wig is going on. Yeah, we're definitely going to be eating Rocky afterwards, I think. Which is probably one of Frankenfurter's fantasies, to be fair, so this could work out quite well. So, any facial features coming in?
You ain't got a face. Decided.
Well, mine looks like a stick man. I'm doing. Oh, yeah.
Okay, you've got about
Right.
10 seconds left.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
I'm not even up to the countdown, it's great.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, time is up. Let's see what we've got going on here then. So let's remember to go down the line.
It's terrible.
So James, I think a good effort. We say we definitely have abs on place.
That's
He's got-
six-pack.
Yeah, that's
Bicep there.
Yeah, shoes and looking
Shoes.
good.
Pants.
Stephen, you're tweaking.
Well, I
yours.
wanted to go for the minimalist look, you know.
It's
you
an
know,
impression
so-
of Rocky rather than Rocky
it's-
himself.
Yeah.
But I think for me, on the end, by far the winner. He's definitely an athlete, maybe a little bit more sumo wrestler.
Yeah,
but
he's still
Christian,
on those
That
legs.
Rocky's been eating the pies.
He's
Been in all the pies. Well, Callum loves a pie.
I think that definitely gets a Charles Atlas seal of approval, don't you?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think so.
That is quite. Now, how much have you eaten of himself?
Oh no, not much.
Just the bits left over.
yeah, yeah.
It's going to be
gonna be
great
leg.
fun for the rest of the run.
I'm just giving him some boobs now.
Okay.
It's over. You've got to face it.
Yeah,
You've lost.
It didn't happen for you.
What about a knee? Here we go.
It's,
He's getting as he warms up, he's getting a little bit.
You'll sort of fall over. I'm sure it feels like that when you're on stage each night. So, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for having a chat. Thank you for having fun. So, I'm sure Callum's not too offended by that. We've got a shout out for the rest of the team. Absolutely brilliant job. Because where would Brad be without Janet? Joe and Clifton, absolutely amazing.
Oh, she's wonderful.
And she doesn't even get to show off hardly any of her dance moves. But it's still fantastic what she does.
Well,
on
I feel
stage.
like she gets to show off the rest, though. She gets to show us what she can. That voice, she gets to show what she can really do.
Yeah,
I think
she's got a killer voice.
absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And she's wonderful to work with on stage, off stage.
Anyone else? You're eating his leg now.
I'm eating his leg, but you know.
Anybody? Whilst you've got mouths full of marzipan. Anybody else want to give a shout out to? Come on, name names.
No, I think
The whole gang.
I think the whole gang. Yeah, I think
Rocky Horror is a real team production, so you know.
You know, we can't. To shout out to all the Phantoms, because to be fair, they don't stop. They're literally, even if they're off stage, they're constantly singing. They're doing BVs and everything, so they're literally going backwards and forwards whilst they're getting changed into their corsets and everything.
Yeah.
They're still belting out stuff. So I've got to give a shout out to the Phantoms.
Yeah.
Sweating it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I found for the cast, they probably have more clothes on when they're off stage than when they're on.
Yeah.
And for the audience, they've got to keep in costume and make sure they don't expose themselves when they walk down the street after the show.
Yeah.
True.
So there's challenges for everybody involved in this one. Well, it's down here at Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre right the way through until Saturday. 01902 429212 is the box office number. grandtheatre.co.uk to get your tickets online. But they are a phenomenal cast. It is an amazing show, and you can't fail to have fun and enjoy it, as long as you're not too much of a prude. But Rocky Horror down here at the Grand right the way till Saturday. Do come and see it. And thanks, guys, for joining in. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.